Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Everything is appropriate. Everything is going. Aside from the fact that I didn't bother with the hair this morning, just gonna have to deal with that. How we doing, folks? Welcome to today's episode of the Law News and Laughter podcast. Hope everyone is doing well. I personally feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm pretty sure Scarlett gave me something over the weekend that she's either brought home from school or maybe picked up from one of the kids at the party yesterday. But we're going to make it through, okay? I'm taking the day off from work just because beyond this, I'm just going to go and lay in bed and just go, blech. 15 months and still no shirt. Remember, this stream is for rectal use only. That is true. I do need to sort out the shirts. My sincere apologies. There are people here that are well and truly been members, have well and truly been members on YouTube for over the 12 months. I really need to sort that out. I will fix it. So, anyway, for those of you that missed it, yesterday I went to USA Foods and did a whole 40-minute stream of just me shopping. Surprisingly, that seems to have been more well-received than some of the episodes of Law News and Laughter. It's all the American food. I haven't touched any of it. Well, no, that's not strictly true. I had some Jet Puff gummies, which were quite nice, and the wife made oatmeal and chocolate chip cookies last night. Aside from that, I've barely touched any of it. Oh, wait, hang on. She shares with Daddy even if he doesn't want it. Absolutely, Linda, absolutely. The other thing is the Doritos minis in a can. I've had some of these. These were pretty damn good. Like, given that I'm, it's nice to know that nacho cheese doesn't really change. Will be more well received if we had one in Brizzy. Look, at some point I may do flying trips around Australia just to, do some streams here or there, but we'll see. Soon, can't wait for the biscuits and gravy stream. Wahahaha. Uh-oh. So, but anyway, I figured that I'd try a new thing here or there. Like, because it was that I was going to be trying new things on a Sunday. But, like, the receipt for all the stuff that I got yesterday just sort of keeps going and going and going. Assorted breakfast cereals, Ruffles, sour cream, Kool-Aid jammers, Romeo Miller barbecue snacks. Oh, also, someone commented that whoever suggested that I get the wrap snack should be banned. I have no idea who, so. Captain Crunch berry singles, Captain Crunch singles, Jet Puffed holiday gummies, which are gone, Taco Bell mix, Twizzlers, Super Candy Necklace, Betty Crocker oatmeal chocolate chip mix, Hungry Jack original hash brown potatoes. Oh, I want to ask about this because I was eyeing these off. Yes, I have the bags literally under my desk. It's just that I have to fill it to this line. What if I don't want 7 servings? Like, I get that everything in America is like, I get it. Everything's bigger in Texas, sort of thing. But what if I just want a single serving of hash brown? Isn't Hungry Jack your Burger King? Yes, which is why it's funny. And I'm gonna bet 80% of that was for you. Yeah. Where are we? Funyuns. Candy necklace for the Munchkin. The oatmeal snacks. Pez dispenser for the Munchkin. So, the Tapatito pickle. The Manwich sloppy Joe sauce. Starburst original fruits, also for the Munchkin. The Cholula hot sauce. The ass-kicking book of pleasure and pain. Oh, yeah. Wait until you see this. Hang on. Too bad, or get frozen hash browns. Okay. Where's the book of ass-kicking? Hang on. Look at this thing. This is the Hot Sauce Challenge Book of Pleasure and Pain, okay? I'm yet to decide whether or not I'm going to do this as a Tears of Fear or if we're going to dish these out in exchange for super chats over a period. But there are literally 12 levels. Starts with ass-kicking bacon hot sauce, ass-kicking chili and lime, ass-kicking sriracha, your stir-fry secret weapon. The Mardi Gras, it's Mardi Gras somewhere, the ass-kicking Cajun hot sauce. The sauce that dawned the ass-kicking empire, ass-kicking original hot sauce. Horseradishy ass-kicking wasabi sauce. And that's the first 6. And that's when it starts getting interesting because then it starts getting into ass explosion territory. Vampires hate it. The ass-kicking roasted garlic hot sauce. the fire up your breakfast burrito, the hot sauce from hell, the we disagree about dishes best served cold, the hot sauce from hell, devil's revenge, the are you afraid of ghosts, ass kicking ghost pepper hot sauce, the 3-2-1 blast off ass blaster hot sauce, and the for the ultimate palate pyromaniac, the spontaneous combustion hot sauce. But you know what's really funny? Nothing of this scares me anywhere near as much as this. I read the ingredients on this thing and I was like, no freaking way. And the hilarious thing is, I didn't realize that they shipped this to America and it was available in an American store. It's Australian grown. Like, whole grain Australian corn, vegetable oil, Carolina Reaper chili, scorpion chili, boot jahilica chili, citric acid, sugar, paprika, and dehydrated vegetables. My wife has explicitly told me I'm not allowed to eat these without her in the house. But that somehow the munchkin has to be out of the house. Like, this one's going to be interesting. Do separate dedicated stream and do the whole thing. What? The 12? Ooh, I don't know about that. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do that instead of like getting drunk one month. We can just go through all 12 of them. Funny what the American products do to native attitudes. Huh. It says do not consume. Yeah. Warning, extreme heat. Infused heat for extra strength. Where is dangerous product? Keep out of reach of children. Do not consume on an empty stomach. Do not consume if you're allergic to chili or capsaicin. Do not consume if you are sensitive to spicy foods. If you have a cardiac condition, if you have gastrointestinal problems, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, or if you have any other medical conditions. Well, it was nice knowing you all. I have no idea why I just chuckled like that, but anyway. You'd eat the shit out of those. Want to see you try some of the stuff you got? Well, look, I figured that I'd try at least 1 or 2 things per stream because, like I said, the list is long. But, so we got Barnum Animal Crackers, World's Hottest Corn Chips, got that. Book of Pleasure, got that. Kraft Jet Puff Mini Marshmallows, A1 Steak Sauce, Pop-Tarts. We got Pop-Tarts coming out the wazoo. The Doritos I showed. Hawaiian Punch Green Berry, which the Munchkin is adoring. I'm glad I got that instead of the tropical. Don't eat anything that says do not consume. Slush Puppy Popsicles. Oh, I got 16 slices of American cheese. Now, someone said that it's not American cheese, but here's the thing. On the packet, it says it's the exact same cheese that they serve at In-N-Out Burger. So I'm curious. Litigation has allowed stupid people to survive. Try the spicy things will be more entertaining for chat. Probably. Smucker's Frozen Uncrustables, Peanut Butter and Grape. Sunkist Berry Lemonade, Frosty Strawberry. 1 more month, Aussie. What am I getting for the 12? I will sort out the shirts, I promise. Assume you're not much of a chili head, by the way. You sound so pensive about them. Would be interesting to see. I'm not usually big on spicy foods. That's why it's going to be interesting. I get it. You just went to the circus. Minute Maid Frozen Limeade. I'm disappointed. I grabbed the limeade, not the lemonade. But I also grabbed the orange juice, which is fine. Sonic Ocean Water Singles. A Boston Cream Pie, an Apple Pie, Sunkist Strawberry Lemonade, Faygo Pineapple, Big Red Soda, which is on the cards for tonight. I'm going to try that. Rocket Fizz Apple Pie Soda, Lester's Fixins Bacon with Maple Syrup Soda, and the RB Curly Fries. So there's going to be a few cooking streams. There's going to be a few food eating streams. There's going to be a few various different things. What we are going to do right now is crack this Big Red and maybe have some more Doritos. Maybe Pop-Tart, actually. No, I'll save the Pop-Tarts. Not a fan of limeade? Yeah, no, I get that. But anyway, damn, we're 10 minutes in and all I've done is talk about food. Sincere apologies. Big Red Soda, like the gum? Yes. Need to buy a big book. Gonna spend a lot of time on the toilet. Well, I've got my phone for that. So let's crack this. Basically the whole food pyramid, pretty much. This is a twist top? Yes, it's a twist top. All right. So sweet, so smooth. Established in 1937. All right. Let's give it a go. Oh, you can really taste the high fructose corn syrup. Lemonade or orange juice are the best. Yeah, I very much wanted to get the lemonade. The like the limeade's all right. I had that while I was there too, but at the same time, I'm disappointed because I thought I was grabbing the lemonade. So much cinnamon. Surprisingly, no. This just tastes like creaming soda. It's actually pretty good. It's like it's not as sugary, obviously, because it's what do we got? Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, caffeine. Oh, good. Natural and artificial colors, red 40 caramel color. Produced under the authority of Dr. Pepper / 7-Up Inc. From Frisco, Texas. Oh, this was imported all the way from Texas. Lovely. Frozen limeade is good to make beer garitas. The limeade is delicious. You like it better than the lemonade. Interesting. Okay. Go Scorpion Pepper singlet. Yeah, I'm a little bit. I'm concerned about those world hottest chips. I really am. Look, it's not bad. I don't know if it's something that I get like because once the initial flavors hits, it's sort of it's a flash in a pan. It's there, it's sweet, then it's got sort of the aftertaste, and then it's gone. But it just tastes like regular creaming soda to me. Is this all new foods you haven't tried? Yes. Everything here, everything that I bought is basically things that I've never tried before. So I'm just going to keep adding to it as I go through over the time period. So need to make the sloppy joes online. I plan on. So the sloppy joes are going to get made. The chips, the sauces, the hash browns, they're all getting. Would chocolate melt by the time it gets to you? Would you throw it in the fridge freezer when you get it? Look, you can throw if you're really desperate to throw chocolate in, go for it. I mean, even if it is a little bit different by the time it gets here, I'm not terribly fussed. But I mean, if it's something that I can buy at Costco, don't stress. Like, so, all right. I'm gonna have a big swig of this, and then we're gonna get it stuck into the show because I can't believe we've already been going for 30 minutes. Sorry, 13 minutes, I should say. Not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. It's interesting that they have to say that it's not a source of vitamin D, calcium, iron, or potassium. Can you get Mallow Cups? No idea. What Pop-Tarts did I get? So Pop-Tart-wise, we went with Frosted Blueberry, Frosted Grape, and where are they? Hot Fudge Sundae. These ones I'm interested in. Naturally and artificially flavored. Of course. No, I'm interested to try all the grape stuff. Like I bought grape Sunkist, I bought grape soda. Excuse me, because we don't get a lot of grape stuff here. Like it's all blackcurrant, or it's all raspberry, or it's all whatever else. Yes, grape Pop-Tarts. Yep. So, yeah, I actually kind of want some more of this. Okay, anyway, we need to make some headway into the show. So, things that I won't be talking about today. Things I will not be talking about today. A group of priests got caught joking about the Pope dying on their YouTube channel. New Zealand's smoking ban has gone up in smoke, with lawmakers overturning laws that would have banned the sale of cigarettes to future generations. Some Wyoming hunters are standing guard at the border with Colorado as a pack of recently released wolves threatens to cross state lines. No, they're not carrying any AKs or ARs. In order to wreak havoc on their ranches. Current of color. Well, shit, Hayden, there goes the diet. The diet sort of went out the window anyway, I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, now that I'm back on my foot, thankfully, I was able to walk Scarlett to and from school today. So, well, I mean, I was able to walk her to school and I walked home from school. So I'm still getting the 40 minutes of exercise. Well, light exercise, I should say. It's a walk, let's face it. But, you know, purple drink Pop-Tarts. Funnily enough, I think they're native. Okay. Blackcurrant is basically impossible to get in the States. Really? There you go. All right, things we will be talking about today. A police shootout at Six Flags Over Georgia on its opening day. BuyingARound is now apparently triggering for Gen Zs, but can you really blame them? A death row killer's execution's been called off after a lethal injection was botched 8 times. Someone donates a grenade to Goodwill. And a Cambridge academic MacGyvers her way out of a toilet using eyeliner and cotton. Oh, and a new Florida bill is focusing on getting gas station heroin out of the gas stations, apparently. Because apparently that's a problem. So anyway, people, let's get stuck into it. Welcome to today's episode of Law, News, and Laughter. I'm just going to do this awkwardly for another... That'll do. You're just going to have to excuse me. I got into the Doritos. So, police shoot one suspect in a gunfight outside Six Flags Over Georgia after a massive brawl breaks out on opening day. In the voice of Mr. Mackey, drugs are bad, okay? One person was shot during a gunfight with police outside Six Flags Over Georgia just after an unruly crowd of people sparked a massive brawl during the park's opening day on Saturday. Cobb County Police responded to the amusement park just outside Atlanta at around 6 p.m., 2 hours before the park closed, to help deal with a crowd fighting and causing problems inside the gates. What's gas station heroin? We'll get to that. A sizable, unruly crowd of approximately 500 to 600 guests were running through the park and fighting, the Cobb County Police said in a statement to WSB-TV. Must be full-service gas stations. Social media footage obtained by Fox 5 Atlanta captured nearly a dozen people kicking and punching a person on the ground before several ran away, leaving the beaten-up individual lying motionless. An unknown number of suspects fired shots at police as security pushed the crowd out of the park. That's always lovely. Wait, what was that? 15th anniversary of my youngest getting all clear of a cancer diagnosis as at 2 years old. Holy shitballs. Guy fan, here's to you and here's to your child. That must have been one of the most harrowing experiences I can think of. Congratulations. It's great that it's the 15th anniversary, and here's to many, many more to come. I know that's not alcoholic, but you know, it's got high fructose corn syrup in it, so it's going to kill me either way. Try something else before I take off, please. All right, hang on. What's the red thing? This would be big red syrup. All right, hang on. What's something else that I can try then? Oh, saltwater taffy. Here we go. Because these are different flavors, and I can do things individually. So let's have a look. Ooh, what's the yellow one? Ooh. Let's have a look. Saltwater taffy. What do you? No, you're not getting any saltwater taffy. Rack off. I have no idea whether or not this would kill you. Might kill me. Interesting. Oh. Oh. What is that? I already got some Faygo. It's in the fridge. No, it's a consistency. I like it. For the Aussies watching, it's like a minty, but without the mint flavor. And it's after it's, you know, when you chew the minty and it goes soft and that sort of thing? That's sort of where it gets to. Seems gooey. It was gooey. It has a taffy consistency, yeah. Looks like banana. Try red or blue. Okay. Blue? All right. I can't tell what the flavor's going to be, though, because it's like, there's nothing natural that's this blue color. Oh, that's not bad. The flavor is blue. Eat it. Yep, it does. It tastes like blue. Like that was. This is gonna be dangerous because now I'm sort of like. Orange flavored. All right. That is not orange. I don't know what that is. No, I'm just trying some of the stuff from yesterday. Only 6 flags I care about is the OG in Arlington, Texas, named after the 6 nations that have controlled it. Fortunately, they've stopped flying all the flags because one was offensive. Uh-oh. Nuclear 8 going with a new membership. Thank you. Looks like something Homer Simpson would find at the nuclear power plant floor and eat. I kind of want to try a green one. Like that. There's purple. There is purple. What the hell is purple? Remember to burp to come back down. What is purple? Will you rack off? The dog is just sitting there just... Six Flags have become quite defunct lately since prices went up and quality went down. Oh, of course, that's grape. See, that's what I mean. We don't get grape here. It didn't even occur to me. See, it all smells the same though, but none of it tastes the same. It's weird as hell. Like ordinarily, you can smell something and get some sort of idea of what the flavor is going to be. It's great. Okay, Smarty Pantsers. What's the white one with various flecked colors through it going to be? Looks like a cupcake. I'm going to have to stop eating this in a second. This has to be like pure, like it's either pure corn syrup, yeah. Oh, corn syrup, palm oil, sea salt, evaporated milk, cocoa acid, synflower. Synflower, okay. Titanium dioxide. How the hell do you make a lolly taste like a cupcake? Jensen called it. That's insane. Titanium dioxide, the white coloring. Related taffy. Just have to run a double marathon afterwards and you're good. You think on my legs I'm going to run a double marathon? Who sent you the sweets or did you purchase them? No, great success. Yesterday I did a stream where I went to USA Foods and it was basically just me walking through the entirety of the store finding different things to buy. It just so happened that it was literally a 5-minute detour from the way home from my niece's birthday party. So I was like, yeah, we're going. Wash down some of that corn syrup with some more corn syrup. So, yeah, no, the list of things to try is long. Like, starts there and just, keeps going. So, Hayden shops like a bachelor and just grabs random stuff. Hey, you watched the stream and I know how annoyed you got at it. Wait till he hears about the uranium-infused mac and cheese. Ugh. Yes, that was the receipt. Okay, anyway, back to this. An unknown number of suspects fired at police as security pushed them back out of pushed the crowd out of the park. The officers reportedly fired back, striking one person. The individual, whose condition is not known, was transported to Grady Memorial Hospital in downtown Atlanta, approximately 11 miles east of the shooting. We have an Aussie food place called Outback Steakhouse, says Linda. No, Linda, I'll be perfectly honest, okay? I tried Outback Steakhouse while I was in Texas. Let me be perfectly honest with you. Outback Steakhouse, as I've said, is the same as mainstream media. Just enough authenticity to trick people, okay? We don't have bloomin' anything here in Australia. Not the bloomin' onion, not the bloomin' shrimp. That's not an Aussie thing. It's not. I hope it was tax deductible. It's going to be. Hayden brought an average American's daily grocery order. They brought the guns into the theme park. Welcome to Atlanta. Now you're sad? I'm sorry. Saw the stream yesterday. How much did you spend? Saw the price as well. I know it's none of my business, just wondering. I'll be perfectly honest. I spent more than... I spent a lot. But I want to be perfectly clear. I'd been saving up for that. Like, I'd been putting money away for that. I knew how much I was going to be spending. So I don't want you to think that I was just randomly wasting money willy-nilly or anything like that. I knew that the prices were going to be high, so I'd actually been putting money away for the last couple of months into a special account so that I could actually pay for that. What's that? We don't even have shrimp here. We have prawns. This is true. Outback is under OSI. They were on the company back in 2012 when they fired their cleaning service and made the chefs clean. The chefs quit. Unskilled labor replaced them. Damn. Excuse me. That sucks. Okay. The park confirmed the shooting, but said it did not occur on Six Flags property. They said there was police activity involving gunshots. We want to confirm that there was no shooting on our property or in our parking lot. The statement obtained by the outlet reads. This took place on the South Service Road that is not owned or operated by Six Flags. How much? I honestly want to know. A couple of hundred? Where are we? This took place on the South Service Road. So literally the service road that leads into the parking lot. Yeah, that's not actually that. Yeah, it's not on our property. It's the road that leads into our property that goes nowhere else. So it's okay. Have we joined our community and the Atlanta region to our commitment to safety and security? We won't put up with this type of activity here. Oh, I gotta try and rearrange. Could you tell us about the time you bought cucumbers and Vaseline and the cashier gave you the bombastic side eye? The cucumbers were for a salad that the wife was making, and the Vaseline was because I needed to oil up part of my bike. It was not a good day, okay? I made it very clear. The sugar buzz is fast. Don't know anyone that's put prawns on the barbie. You know, I was going to for Australia Day, but we just had terrible weather, and I never got around to actually doing a barbecue. I just cooked it up in the frying pan. All right. The park blasted the underage youth behavior and how it disrupts community events. It is increasingly disappointing that our community is disrupted at public events throughout the region by groups of underage youth. Just like other venues in the area, we are committed to keeping this type of trouble out of the park and off our property. Our goal is to provide safe and fun entertainment. We employ state-of-the-art security systems and metal detection. Clearly not good enough. Sounds like your American store has at least the things you can actually buy here. I've seen pictures of American sections in European stores. Yeah. You wore a sweater yesterday, which had us all confused. Oh, okay. No. So it is summer. This weekend is going to be ridiculously hot. Like, we're talking high 90s. To the point where we're going to get the water slide out for the Munchkin. Yesterday, for some reason, we just had a ridiculously cold, wet, and windy day. So I wore the jumper. So had a big red flavored cake once. Cool. Too bad you couldn't find a banana pie. It probably would cost you like $30. Yeah, see, the wife makes these banana cream pies for me because she knows how much I love banana cream pie. Do with it what you will, people. I just like banana flavored things. I don't know why. I like banana Nesquik. I like all that sort of stuff. And they did have some banana cream filling to put into like pies and that sort of thing, but it was all out of stock. So I think at some point they're going to be I think they're going to restock. But the trouble is, the frozen stuff you can't have shipped. You have to go and pick it up. And that's sort of why I was hoping that they might have something there while we were there. But, I'm sure you do, Bifrons. Underage teens with guns in Atlanta in a gun-free zone. Surprise Pikachu face. Can't stand banana-flavored food. Oh. Banana Nesquik is criminal Jesus. I can't do coconut. I have the slightest of allergies to coconut. It's just enough to trigger off my asthma. It makes it slightly more difficult for me to breathe, but I've just never been able to enjoy it. Okay. Oh, yes. Now we can see the youths that are involved. Where are we? Six Flags Over Georgia opened its doors for the 57th season on Saturday at 11 a.m. A park goer who was in line for the opening disputed the part of the park's claim of security, saying they entered the park without being searched. Excuse me. Excuse me. Are they urban youths, apparently? What are underage kids doing in a gun-free zone? My bag wasn't even checked. Was simply told to go through the entrance, said Leon Thompson to Fox 5 Atlanta. It's not immediately clear if any arrests were made in connection with the shooting or the large crowds inside the park. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations has taken over the investigation of the shooting. Was it near Martin Luther King Boulevard? I have no idea. Hang on. Let me have a look. Six Flags Over Georgia. Where are we looking on a map? I don't know anything about this area. I fucking called it though. Hang on. This is the Six Flags. This is the road where the shooting took place. And they reckon it wasn't on their property. No, I friggin' called it. Atlanta have like 10,000 cases and no DAs to prosecute. Nothing will happen to these kids. No, not a chance. So, I don't know anything about the area or the demographic or anything. If there's anyone that feels like throwing in their 2 cents. But anyway. Yeah, that was very much fake news. All right, let's move on, shall we? So BuyingARound is triggering for Gen Z, but can you really blame them, says Rachel Moss. Gone are the days when you could buy a cheeky VK for £1 or a quad shot of vodka and coke for £2.50 at the Union Bar. Today's university students risk a bill beyond their means if they offer to buy a round, and a leading university has warned that it could be triggering. Have a cup of concrete and harden the up. It was mostly peaceful. It's like Somalia with mangrove trees. Damn. In a recent sociology class about money and finance, a lecturer at the University of Manchester reportedly directed students towards the campus-run emergency suicide helpline and a counselling service in case the focus of the lecture was too distressing. One major topic of discussion was the emotional pressure of getting beers in, according to the Mail Online, with some raised eyebrows at whether buying a round really needed a trigger warning. Oh, hang on. Wait, I'm sorry. I forgot. One sociology student told the paper a few heads turned when they mentioned a trigger warning for a topic like that. You might as well import the blooming onion. The damn Spanish onions are $3 a piece here now. Damn. I think my initial thought was, if you're going to put a trigger warning on a topic such as finance, then everything's going to need a trigger warning, especially a subject like sociology. Cue the usual predictable generation bashing comments on social media. Are we descending into total snowflakery, said ex-user Jason McKenzie. Jason, was that you? They don't sell pictures anymore? Really? That sucks. While an anonymous user... Whoa! Limonga Bear! Hang on, where is it? 5 memberships. That puts us... Oh, hang on. With 1 new membership there, we are $20 away from a dog butt cam. And she's actually laying directly in front of the camera, too. Can you have a Foster's? No. What about Trigger Solution? Drink at home if you can't afford the prices. An anonymous user, Atheliston, don't know, dubbed it the next assault on the British pub culture and men's spaces. But is it really so absurd to suggest that some in the university lecture hall might be worried about paying for a pint? They issued a trigger warning so Snowflakes will know to be triggered. Yeah. Where are we? Especially when you consider that they've paid £9,250 per year just to be there. The average price of a draft lager pint across the UK hit £4.70 in January 2024, compared to £3.32 10 years prior. That's a 41% increase to the official ONS data. And no, salaries haven't increased to match it, but this is this is about far more than pints. Oh. Gen Z, those born between 97 and 2012, are attending university against a backdrop of economic uncertainty, with sky-high university debt, housing costs, and household bills painting an unsavory picture. Older generations might like to paint Gen Z as a frivolous bunch, preoccupied by TikTok trends. Yeah, well, come on. How many of you ate Tide Pods? Come on. You know, if there's anyone in chat that tried a Tide Pod, put your hand up. People only get triggered from sociology when they get caught. Mm-hmm. Colleges need not a safe place, wear a cup signs. Yeah, or they need the harden the up. So, where do we get to? Gen Zs have made it loud and clear for a while. They're more bothered about how they're going to feed and house themselves. Research commissioned by Channel 4, which looked at the mental health of more than 1,500 13 to 24-year-olds, found the cost of living, lack of affordable housing, uncertainty about the future, and pressure to be successful were Gen Z's top 4 concerns. Yeah, but you know what? Most of you guys are still in school and university. There's kind of a couple of generations before you that are going to feel the crunch a lot sooner than you, that are going to have to deal with shit a lot sooner than you. So you might be bitching and moaning about it, but just you wait. Try having a family of 4 with a dog, a cat, a YouTube channel, and a business, and then tell me about whether or not life's stressful. No, they shouldn't worry too much. I mean, look at it this way, guys. Gen Zers, either the economy's going to be completely and utterly by the time you even get into the workforce, or things are going to be rosy. So no, rack off. Where are we? Gen Z students are more likely to be concerned about their standing of living over the next few years if they move to the big smoke after graduation. Rent in areas such as Luton, previously considered the cheapest commuter town in the UK, and have now hit a staggering £1,400 per month, according to the latest Zoopla data. Hang on. Just laughed so hard I dropped my newborn. Please don't do that. Hang on. Are you seriously bitching about paying 360 quid a week for rent in the middle of London? Like, oh wait, no, that's not the middle of London. That's a commuter town. So, well, hang on. Hang on. Pounds to AUD. Bitch, are you serious right now? Oh, actually, no, hang on. That is huge. Wow. That's... Okay. You know what? I will give them a break there. Holy crap. 360 quid equates to $700 Australian per week. How much is that in USD? No, that is not the one that I should have changed. Hang on. Pound sterling to USD. 455 USD a week in rent. Interesting. Huh. Gen Z's in their 20s already. A good chunk of them are, yeah. All right. Then there's considering the increasing sense of injustice surrounding generational wealth to consider. Oh, rack off. $700 in it is average per week. Damn. Just last week, a new report suggested millennials could be set to become the richest generation. The catch, those of us lucky enough to have inheritance coming our way, will have to wait till retirement to see the benefits. So what you're saying is we got to wait for the baby boomers to die off before the millennials are going to be the richest generation. Maybe, just maybe, the Gen Zs can wait for their parents to kick the bucket as well then to get their inheritance. Analysis by Savills found that those older than 65 have an enormous $2.55 trillion in equity tied up in property and at $2.183 trillion in residential properties with $405 billion in rentals, while only being $147 billion in mortgage debt. By contrast, at the moment, those aged between 35 and 49 have $1 trillion of property equity and $676 billion of debt. Right. It's all coming up to one sorry mess where the 9 to 5 or 8 to 6 has become the norm, and it is simply not worth it for the Gen Zs. Late last year, a tearful Gen Zer on TikTok went viral after she lamented having no time to herself after the demands of her job. Oh, right. Let's watch this chick. Anyone remember this? As a boomer, they can go first. So Gen Z should be considered not viable until a certain age, like 35 to 40. You know, like the rest of us.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is
Oh, come on. Really?
my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If
I hate TikTok.
I was able to walk to work and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30 and I don't get home till
When do you get home?
like 6:15 earliest.
Oh,
and then, like,
my God. Are you serious, bitch? Oh, the second time watching that. Oh, I have to leave at 7:30 in the morning and get home at 6:15. Fucking what? Oh, my God. Like, oh, wait, hang on. I owe the wine is strong with this one. Even the internet can't stand it. Nope. Move from the city, but if you do, move to the suburbs and stop voting Democrat. She's British, so that ain't gonna happen. All right, where are we? Hang on. This one actually needs a trigger warning. Hang on. I'm going to put my drink down just in case this makes me spew. Deer Creek School District responds after video shows students licking toes for a fundraiser. Excuse me. Deer Creek School District released a statement on Friday afternoon after a video was sent to Fox 25 that showed students licking toes during an event for the school's wonderful week of fundraising. It was surprising, an anonymous student told Fox 25. I didn't think we were going to be doing all that. I was just shocked. I didn't really I didn't really like having a feeling. I was kind of disgusted and then glad I wasn't over there. Whenever she told me yesterday what was happening, I had to ask her, wait, what? They're licking peanut butter off of toes, an anonymous parent said. What? The week was spent raising up money for Not Your Average Joe Coffee, which employs people with intellectual development and physical disabilities. I'm all for fundraising and all for fun and silly games, but that right there just seems a little excessive, the parents said. It's a high school Shawfoss. Bad Shawfoss. Hang on. Let me roll up my virtual newspaper. Just bad. Where are we? The district said on Thursday that Deer Creek High School hosted an assembly called a Clash of Classes for students to pay to attend. Where are we? So the students had to pay to watch other classmates lick each other's toes. Students in the 9th through 12th grade volunteered to participate in different class competitions, according to the district. Deer Creek schools noted that every student who participated signed up for the games ahead of time and that no faculty or staff participated during the assembly. I should fucking well hope not. The district also said students were paired up with corresponding grade levels for the competition, where students were seen in the video licking toes. Time for the teacher ski. Pull! Welcome to Degenerate High. Grab a toe in each hand and pull up. Oh! Oh, that's feral.
He is devouring them!
And the scary thing is, some little freak went home that night and got off, like, a rocket ship. Was it after gym class? Like, ugh.
Oh!
At least it could be the hot cheerleader toes. Well, you don't really see it from the video, so we don't know. But I tell you what, that last one, that looks like a dude's foot. Like, it might not be, but to me, if that's a chick, she got manly feet. Just saying. The district said that $152,830 was raised. This afternoon, Deer Creek High School announced a grand total of $152,830.38 raised for Not Your Average Joe, an organization created to inspire a community by including students and adults with intellectual, developmental, and physical disabilities. There's a reason why the mouth is nowhere near the feet. Yes. No. This is disgusting. We are cleaning up this filth in Oklahoma schools. Our agency is investigating, says Superintendent Ryan Walters. Well, if all you're doing is cleaning the peanut butter that's left over on the floor...
The event at Deer Creek High School.
Fox 25's David Chazanoff has reaction from the district and its parents tonight. David, what are you hearing?
Adam Wendy, a parent whose child attended the event, calls it deeply disturbing. And we do want to warn you, the video you're about to see may be graphic to some viewers.
This video shows Deer Creek High School
I'm
students
sorry, that was funny.
toes at a fundraising event Thursday. We have blurred their faces to hide their identity.
It was surprising. I didn't think they were gonna do all that. I was just shocked. I didn't really have
It was surprising. I really didn't want to suck on the cheerleaders' toes. It was really disappointing.
I was kind of disgusted, but then kind of glad I wasn't over there.
He is devouring them!
Whenever she told me yesterday that was happening, I had to ask her, wait, what? They're licking peanut butter off of toes. What?
The Deer Creek School District confirmed the video with Fox 25, saying the students volunteered in challenges to help raise money during their philanthropy week.
I am all for fundraising and all for really fun and silly things, but that right there just seemed a little excessive.
Oh! Deer Creek Schools says every student who participated signed up for the games they played ahead of time, and that no faculty or staff were involved during the assembly.
Okay,
They note
I think
that
that's
the
enough of the
fundraising
saltwater
week helped
taffy.
raise more than $152,000.
I think that's enough of the saltwater taffy. My jaw hurts more than some of those kids that were licking toes now.
It's really great that they raised a lot of money. I feel like maybe they could have done a little bit more accountability and ownership in that statement for, maybe we didn't fully think this thing through here.
And we asked the district if students signed permission slips to do these activities, but we did not hear back.
Wonder why.
Reporting live in Deer Creek, David Chazanoff, Fox 25 News.
David, thank you. Now, Superintendent Ryan Walters reacted to the video tonight. He posted on social media saying, quote, "This is disgusting. We are cleaning up this filth in Oklahoma schools. Our agency is investigating." The superintendent also responded to a post by Ted Cruz, which reads, "This is child abuse." Superintendent Walters says he completely agrees and, quote, "We are stopping this in Oklahoma."
Should farmers continue to use?
Honestly, that's just feral. Like, your teeth hurt, but you're eating popcorn. No, that last one I think was coffee flavored. I had to get that taste out of my mouth. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. No, I feel like Ross when he gets stuck on the saltwater taffy in Friends. Don't take away my saltwater taffy! Oh, my candy! Investigated ourselves and found we did nothing wrong. Yeah. So, I don't know. Look, I can't really talk because we know that I've done some weird things on this channel. We know that a bunch of YouTubers have done weird things for money. So, I want to know who came up with the idea. If it was one of the kids, they need some therapy. If it was one of the teachers, they absolutely need to be fired. So, but anyway. We kind of have to talk about this one because it's life imitating art, and I put it in the thumbnail. Man visits hospital after difficulty swallowing before doctors make a terrifying discovery. If you never thought that tentacle porn actually ever happens, a man struggling to swallow headed to the hospital for answers, and the doctors told him he had an octopus lodged in his esophagus. The half-eaten sea creature was clogging up his throat, and they made the shocking discovery after the 55-year-old was admitted to the Tan Tock Seng Hospital in Singapore. He paid a visit there after eating the meal that included the 8-limbed animal, and it soon became clear what the problem was. The unnamed patient told them that he had started vomiting immediately after the meal. I'm willing to bet a bunch of those kids were as well. The esophagus, a muscular tube that connects the mouth to the stomach, was blocked, and health experts carried out a computed tomography scan on the patient, revealing a hyperdense mass in his windpipe. The esophagogastroduodenoscopy, the OCD, was performed on the patient, showing the octopus complete with its suckers stuck 5 centimeters from the esophageal junction. However, the medical team's initial attempts at extracting the creature were unsuccessful. Eventually, the endoscope was carefully maneuvered past the mass into the stomach and retroflexed. So they put the camera in, turn it around to try and hook it and pull it out. If anyone's eating, drop your food for maybe the next 30 seconds, okay? Live octopus, no seasoning or anything. Why? Just why? Yeah, the pick is incoming. Ew. Just ew. Doctors then used forceps to grasp the head of the octopus and extract it. The patient quickly recovered from the procedure and was discharged 2 days later. Medics said food blockages are one of the most common problems they encounter in their work at the hospital. Chew your damn food, people. It's not that difficult. I get that octopus and calamari and squid are chewy. Either chew it or don't eat it. Revenge of the Octopussy. Deep sea horror movie. Medics said they said that the food bolus issues will pass spontaneously in 80 to 90% of the cases. Endoscopic management will be needed in 10 to 20% of cases, while less than 1% require surgery. Excuse me. They confirmed the push technique is the primary method recommended for high success rates. However, applying excessive force can cause esophageal perforation. Hayden has highly suspicious knowledge of that procedure. It's funny seeing people try to eat a raw tentacle. It's not the only odd find that doctors have made. One was shocked to discover a man had swallowed an entire mobile phone after he underwent an X-ray for abdominal pains. The patient confessed to ingesting the device 6 months before the scan, but was too embarrassed to seek help at the time. That's the scan. That's the 3D scan. He wanted to crap out a live octopus. Ugh. He hoped the device would naturally leave his body. However, unfortunately, it became wedged in his stomach. It blocked food from passing through him properly for half a year and caused life-threatening injuries that needed immediate surgery. The operation took place at the Aswan Hospital in the city of Aswan in Egypt. Doctors said they were stunned to discover the mobile phone while treating the man for intestinal and abdominal infections after he turned up complaining of tummy pains. Why the hell would you try and pass? Okay, I get it. The anus stretches to the point where apparently you can get like 2 beavers or something up there. Was it full-grown raccoons? I'm not sure. Why would you still try and pass a mobile phone like that, though? Like, very mature? Absolutely. They said it's the first time they've seen a patient who swallowed an entire phone, according to the United Arab Emirates media outlet Gulf Today. Old news. I don't care if it's old news. I think he got better reception. PSA, kill your food before eating and don't eat batteries or magnets. Evidently common, unfortunately. You know that, Aussie. No comment. Fried pig? What, as in bacon? Okay. Now, I need to talk about this one, this next story, because the Papa Bear in me is coming out a little bit, because Munchkin had a little bit of a meltdown last night, and I'm not 100% sure how to handle it just yet. At the moment, I'm going to let her teacher handle it, but let's just say this mum took some things into her own hands. Peoria mother accused of threatening kids and running over a girl with a truck over bullying. A mother ran over a girl and threatened children at a park for bullying on Tuesday. According to court documents, the 30-year-old Brandy, with an IE, so Gotch, drove to West Green Park at 87th Avenue Butler Drive, which is north of Northern Avenue, at around 4 p.m. in her white Chevy Silverado. She walked over to a group of kids and started a shouting match between them. Police said she grabbed a 14-year-old boy by the hair, pulled his head back and forth and side to side while yelling at him. Court paperwork said she then grabbed a sharp stick from her truck and ran over to the boy, yelling, "I'm going to kill you and run you over." Gotch got into her Silverado with her 4 kids inside and sped towards the 15 kids standing in the park. She went through the park's rock landscape and ran over a 12-year-old's ankle. Gotch immediately kept driving through the park as the kids ran for their lives. She then went back into the parking lot and sped off on 87th Street. Part of the incident was caught on cell phone camera. Police said that they tracked her down to her home and arrested her. She looks proud in that mugshot, though. Like, attempted murder of a kid, that's a long time behind bars. See, here's the thing, though, and this is what I want to specify. Depending on the level of bullying, as a Papa Bear that had to watch his daughter have an absolute meltdown last night because she's being bullied as a 5-year-old, no less, I kind of understand this. Do I honestly believe that this is that she should have gotten into a car and tried to run kids over? No. And yes, I agree with you. It's attempted murder. There's just like there's a grain of salt worth in my soul that kind of understands. She said she confronted them. They called her a bitch, so she grabbed one boy, told him not to call her that, the court's record said. She admitted to getting a stick and walking towards another boy who called her a fat bitch, but claimed she never threatened him, according to court paperwork. This made Kyle Rittenhouse look like he was having a melt-up. Gotch said the second boy followed her to a truck and started dancing behind it, police said. She claimed she yelled at him to move, so he did. Police said she admitted to putting the truck aggressively into reverse and then in drive before driving through the park. Gotch said she didn't believe she ran over the girl, but said, "I hope I didn't," according to court documents. She said her children were being bullied by the group of kids and reported it to the police in school, but nothing was done. Police said she thought her 4 children had seatbelts on, but they told police they were all bouncing all over the place while she drove through the park. I know I shouldn't be laughing. She was booked into jail on 6 counts of endangerment, 4 counts of aggravated assault, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and 1 count of attempted first-degree murder. She's being held on $250,000 cash bail. Cash bond, I should say, sorry. So like she's trying to do what those kids' parents failed to do. See, they're being little shits. And that's... I wonder if they learned their lesson. Like I said, so right before bed last night, Mel and I were putting Scarlett to bed, and she's gotten into this habit where she sort of starts doing things to try and stay awake. And that's why I'm sort of playing this with kid gloves, just to make sure before I take any action. But apparently she's being bullied and excluded from friendship groups at school because she unfortunately, when she was at daycare a couple of years ago, they were running around outside and she fell over and she hit her front tooth on the concrete. Surprise, surprise, a week later, the entire thing was covered in that like bouncy foam. But anyway, neither here nor there. Point is, for the last for the last couple of years, because we took her to the dentist. They said there's nothing really to do, just to wait for it to fall out, because she's got like a big chunk of the tooth missing, and she literally has a fang. Like I will fully admit that, and like the rest of the tooth are missing because of how it broke off. But apparently the little girls at school are saying that she's ugly and she's not pretty and she's not allowed to be friends with them and that sort of thing. And thankfully, she's friends with a couple of the little boys. One of them she met before they actually started school, because they actually go to the same school. We met in the park and all that sort of stuff. And I actually said to the kid's parents, I said to the little boy and his friend's parents this morning, thank you. Because if it weren't for these two, Scarlett would not have gone to school today. She was absolutely beside herself. And I just, like, sitting on her bed last night, cuddling her because she's sitting there telling me she's not beautiful and she's ugly and she hates her tooth and she can't make any friends and all that sort of stuff. It's the first time she'd mentioned anything about it to me. So that's why, rather than going on the warpath, I spoke to the teacher this morning. I said, look, this is what she said to me last night. Can you maybe just find out what's going on? Is this legitimate? What's going on, sort of thing, so that I can try and, if we need to find some way to fix the tooth in the interim or take it out or to do whatever else, just so that she's not getting bullied at 5 years old. So she said she's going to speak to Scarlett, speak to some of the other girls in the class, just to sort of give me a little update. But like I felt absolutely heartbroken, because it was my first instance of I am utterly powerless to help my daughter with this. And like, all I could do was console her and let her know that, we think you're beautiful. We think you are gorgeous. We absolutely adore you. And you do have friends, and it's okay if you have other friends. And she said, well, the little boy that I play with, he goes and plays with the other little boy, so he already has a friend. And I said, yeah, it's okay, sweetheart. You're allowed to have more than one friend. Just go and play with both of them. But I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to. She was saying to me that she didn't want to be an inconvenience to the boys, because they go and play rough games and that sort of thing. And like, little bit by little bit, my heart was breaking. So it's an immensely furious feeling. Yeah, it is. Girls start being bitches really young. They learn it from their mothers. So, I mean, look, like I said, with this story, like, she clearly took things to the nth degree. But like I said, there is a grain of sand in my stomach that kind of understands. So, little girls are the worst. I was excluded because of my clothes. Oh, that sucks. So, but anyway, we'll see how we go. If it comes down to it that we need to get a replacement tooth, at least until the other one comes through, because it is her baby tooth, and that's what's really annoying me, is the dentist wouldn't tell us whether or not the root has actually died and the new tooth isn't going to come through. Because if that was the case, I'd just have them pull it and put a fake one in, so that she at least, so that her teeth look normal. Throw a party for her, invite the kids over, make a fun day. They'll instantly grow on her. We'll see what happens. There's an element of the pecking order in kids, but there's a lot that isn't. Yeah. So, anyway, moving on. I just wanted to have that little bit of a vent. And, not that I would expect that her friends' parents would ever be watching this, but if you ever do, as I said this morning, thank you so much, because she was beside herself. And if it hadn't been for those little boys, I would not have been able to get her out the door. So, trying to make her understand some people can be mean, but that doesn't mean she isn't pretty. I spent a couple of hours last night trying to teach her that. All right. Anyway, moving on. A thrift store called the cops after someone donated a World War II grenade that they'd been using as a paperweight. I love that they just used that as the thumbnail for that. I think that's just perfect. A thrift store in Canada had a scare on Monday after staff found a World War II-era hand grenade in their donation bin. The Abbotsford Police Department said in a statement on Tuesday that it had received a 911 call from the store's staff on Monday afternoon. CCTV News, a local news agency, identified the store as an outlet belonging to the thrift store chain Value Village. Officers proceeded to evacuate the store and surrounding businesses out of an abundance of caution, per the statement. The Abbotsford Police Department said it worked with explosives disposal units to remove what they determined to be a decommissioned World War II era Mills grenade. How much for the grenade? I know, right? Ever watch King's Game? No. Kids don't start with morality or empathy. It has to be taught to them. I would disagree with that, if only because some of the sweetest, most caring moments I've ever seen have come from kids. I think that they start as a blank slate, and then they either, by watching TV or their parents or those around them, they learn how to act. And yeah. Where are we? The person who made the donation, who CTV News did not name, told the police that they'd been using the grenade as a paperweight and had donated it by accident. You never know when you can find what you can find while thrifting, and yesterday proved to be true, said the Abbotsford Police Department on Tuesday. This isn't the first time someone's donated a grenade to a thrift store. In February 22, Junction City Police Department said a thrift store in Oregon found a hand grenade inside a box of donated items. That store, St. Vinny's, notified the police, who managed to secure the device for disposal. They said they weren't able to identify who had donated the explosive device. Can explosives not get unstable after 7 years? I think so, yeah. Representatives for Value Village do not immediately respond to requests for comment from Business Insider that was sent outside regular business hours. That's why they didn't get back to them. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Wait, what? You are receiving this email because you've been identified as a person who may have been a group member in the hotel quarantine business losses class action. The class action seeks compensation for retail businesses as a result of the second wave of lockdowns that occurred in Victoria from July to October 2020. The plaintiff alleges the lockdowns were a result of the negligence in the hotel quarantine program. Huh. My business has been identified as a member of a class action against the government in the Supreme Court. Court has approved an opt-out and registration notice regarding these orders made available here. Opt-out and registration notice includes information about how to determine whether you're an eligible group member. If you're an eligible group member, how to register your claim to participate in any settlement reached between the parties at mediation in November, or your right to opt out of the class action. Deadline to register your claim or opt out is 4 p.m. on the 8th of July. So, watching TV nowadays is awful for kids. Main network only push woke propaganda. Yeah. Every 5 to 10 years, something fisherman finds mustard gas, sea mines around here. That must be pretty scary too, I'd think. Damn. Okay. This is the story that just keeps on giving. Wait for the title. Exclusive! Drunk woman who trashed Manhattan Fries restaurant after being asked to pay $1.75 for extra sauce now sues car wash after it refused her service and she fell down a drain at 3 a.m. The gift that keeps on giving. A drunk woman who trashed a New York Fries restaurant after being asked to pay $1.75 for extra sauce is now suing a car wash, claiming she fell down a drain shortly after they refused to clean her friend's egg-covered car at 3 a.m. Chatira Plasanesha and her 2 friends were arrested and charged with robbery, criminal mischief, and criminal possession of a weapon after starting a violent food fight at Bell Fries restaurant in Manhattan's Lower East Side in July 2022. Someone just claimed bingo. A viral video of the chaotic incident shows the woman twerking on the counter and hurling food and a stool at terrified staff after being told the cost of extra sauce. The woman first appeared in court over the incident last July. She since pled guilty to assault and is due back in court in December. But has now emerged she was also involved in at least 2 more ongoing legal disputes. In one, she is suing Brooklyn Car Wash for negligence, claiming she fell down a drain and was seriously injured. Aussie's like a breath of fresh air. I try. Oh, no. Oh. Whoa! Oh, wait, does she have a vibrator in her hands? Fine, what's the other thing? Oh. Animals. I swear to God. I don't know. Like, animals to a point where not even Steve Irwin would want to save these people from conservation, you know? The complaint, originally filed in November 2019, claims that at 3 a.m. on February 23, 2019, Zap Car Wash and Oil Change in Brooklyn refused to serve her and her friends. She says that's when she entered the car wash, she fell down an uncovered drain and suffered severe injuries. I can fix the one in white clothes. She alleges that the car wash was reckless, careless, and negligent by failing to cover or signpost the drain. Bitch, they literally said, no, you can't come in. They were probably cleaning the place. Like, if you trespass onto a property and fall down a drain, I'm sorry, but no, that's on you. And yeah, I know there's been instances where, you know, robbers have fallen through skylights onto knives and all that sort of stuff and sued the homeowners. I think that's some bullshit too. They want to be TikTokers. For this, you can blame the parents. Children who are raised properly don't act like this. In her deposition, she said she was on a double date with her friend Pearl Osoria, one of the other women involved in the Fry's incident, and 2 men. Dude, run far, run fast. She said that they had been to a hookah lounge. When they left at 2:30 a.m., they discovered one of the men's cars had been vandalized with syrup and eggs. They decided to go to Zap Car Wash, which is open at 24 hours. She got out of the car to speak to a worker, but they denied them service, so she asked to speak to a manager and walked past a staff member into the garage. You were specifically told no service. Karen tried to speak to the manager without the manager coming to her, and she fell down a drain. I don't feel sorry for you in the slightest. She said it was dark inside, and as she was walking, her left foot went through the uncovered drain, so her left leg went through the hole to 6 inches above the knee. She claims that Azoria saw her fall. She's lucky they didn't run a steel smelting cauldron like in Terminator. Huh? Those men are nowhere to be seen. Probably smarter than the ladies. Mm-hmm. Oh, she talks to the press. Hang on. Yeah, public place, mate. Sorry. You can rack right off.
Yo, bro. I'm gonna Don't sleep. He's about to turn. Come in close.
Oh, God. Like, seriously. Hope she's proud of herself. But the company behind the car wash said the incident could not have occurred because part of the business was shut at the time. The staff on duty had no memory of the incident, and the building is fully lit, so they're lying through their teeth anyway. They also had an expert measure the drains and found that even if the plaintiff was able to access the back area, she would not have been able to fit her entire leg in the drain. At most, the plaintiff would only have been able to get the first 2 inches of her foot into the drain based on the dimensions. Based on the guy that she was there with, I'm willing to bet that she's not used to measurements that are accurate, you know? I mean, she's saying that it was 6 inches above the knee, and they've actually measured it, and it's about this far. That poor bastard. Whoa, Moon Sausage in the house. Bang, bang. And that does bring up Zip Hoppy. Yes, you do have to be on camera now, so hope you're ready for your... Oh, you're asleep. Never mind then. Thank you very much for the memberships. Appreciate that. Why the vandaling? Quote, they are vandals. Because they still have to say alleged, unfortunately, to keep themselves out of trouble. I wish I wasn't green so I could win a membership now. Guys, I'll be perfectly honest. I do prefer actually getting memberships over super chats. At some point, I do want to do like a membership drive. So I will do that as an actual stream at some point, probably later on in the month. A, because it reminds people that the channel is there if they get the email saying, hey, you've got a membership. But B, I just love seeing the spots are green. I like seeing everyone happy. And yeah, she's a sleepy doggo. And yes, sorry, the fan is in the corner because it has been absolutely roasting in here lately. At most, the plaintiff would have been able to fit the first 2 inches of her foot into the drain based on the dimensions. She says the person who refused her service was an individual of Nigerian descent, but the car wash's representatives say that there were no employees of Nigerian descent there at the time. The case is ongoing. She was also involved in an ongoing legal dispute over a health insurance claim following a car crash in September 2021. How much you want to bet there was a car coming and she stepped in front of it? What's that? Joe Jonas' rumoured girlfriend Stormy Bree showcases incredible figure in skimpy thong bikini on fun day of boating in Australia. Okay. Nigerians don't like black Americans, lol, according to Bush. Okay. She was a passenger in the car and claimed for medical treatment after the crash, but the State Farm Fire and Casualty Company insurer has disputed her claim. She is due back in court over the Belfries case in December. She, Azoria, and the other friend, Tatiana Johnson, made headlines after they were caught on camera assaulting restaurant staff. The wild scene broke out in the early hours of July 3, 2022, when the three drunk women entered this restaurant on Ludlow Street and were told by the restaurant employees they'd have to pay an additional $1.75 for extra sauce with their order. One of them then stood on the counter and began to twerk while the other two threw food at the helpless staff and destroyed property. 2 employees suffered head lacerations and were scared for their lives, according to the restaurant's co-owner, who estimated that the women caused $20,000 worth of damage. Willing to bet they'll get $500 fine? That's the drain. That's funny. The trio was seen laughing as they climbed onto the counter through restaurant stools, ripped down the plexiglass partition used for COVID safety, threw bottles of sauce and unknown objects in the air as the group of spectators outside cheered them on, with some recording the melee. An NYPD spokesperson told the Daily Mail at the time that one of the women removed approximately $10 from the cash register. Petty theft. Do these people not think that these won't be checked? Dimensions of the drain to the dimensions of a big leg. Side links. An Australian woman wore a skimpy thong. Yep. Where are we? 2 staff members, a 33-year-old woman and a 38-year-old man, sustained minor head injuries as a result of the assault. The woman was transported by EMS to Sinai Beth Israel, said a spokesperson. Staff of the restaurant said they were scared to come back to work after the incident. I would be too. Crazy German Shepherd's throwing stuff through the... Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the side throw when she comes through and it goes under the partition, that was mildly impressive. The 3 women were taken into custody by responding officers in the vicinity of Rivington and Essex Street. Appearing in court last July, she berated journalists, shouting, "What's wrong with you all? Come in closer, I dare you." Great person here. It gets worse each day. You expect to be compensated for being trash. All right, what do we got? All right, we'll quickly talk about the death row inmate. Death row killer's execution called off after lethal injection botched 8 times. A serial killer's execution was halted after 8 failed attempts to insert an intravenous line for a lethal injection. Thomas Eugene Creech, 73, was convicted of 5 murders across 3 states and beat a fellow inmate to death and was wheeled onto a gurney into an execution chamber in the Idaho Maximum Security Institution on Wednesday morning. His execution was to be carried out as he remains one of the longest-serving death row inmates in the U.S. But 3 medical team members could not manage to find a vein to insert the IV line despite 8 attempts. With his arms strapped to the table, he looked at his family members and representatives and extended his fingers towards them. He seemed to mouth, "I love you" to someone. Classy. When the execution was called off, a warden went to see Creech and spoke to him softly for a few minutes and squeezed his arm. A few hours later, Attorney General Raul Labrador stated that justice has been delayed again. Following the failed tries, his lawyers quickly filed a motion for a stay. The badly botched execution attempt proves the Corrections Department's inability to carry out a humane and constitutional execution, stated his lawyers in a filing in the district court. Yeah, I don't like that. Idaho confirmed the state would not attempt to execute him again before his current death warrant expires. The court granted the stay. Kind of feel like we need something a little bit more uplifting after that. I need to close some of these ones because I'm a little bit... Oh, hang on. I don't want to close these because I want to add them to the description later. God, I'm an idiot. Oh, no, I want it. Not the strip club one. I closed the strip club one. Strip club patron battered with a cash stack. A strip club patron was walloped in the face with a small stack of cash by a female worker who explained to arresting officers that this is a place where money is thrown everywhere. Yeah, generally the strippers don't throw the money back. Police were summoned late on Tuesday night to Body Talk, a topless club in Port St. Lucie, Florida, Florida, to investigate an alleged battery on a male customer. Generally not the way that you'd expect it. Uplifting equals porn. Not so much. The victim, John McKelvey, told the cops that he was talking to several employees of the establishment about his career and acknowledged that the women were upset that he had not provided them any tips. The 24-year-old McKelvey, apparently ignorant of strip club etiquette, said that he did not see any signs stating it was mandatory to tip. Dude, you're in a strip club. Come on. The employees were upset that the victim had not thrown any money at them, which was the common practice at the establishment, according to an arrest affidavit. A friend of McKelvey's told police that he was drunk and had been talking about having a lot of money and not wanting to provide a tip, which apparently led to a 9 p.m. confrontation with Victoria Jones, 28. Seen above, Jones told the sheriff's deputies that McKelvey was drunk and being rude and had been following employees from table to table, verbally insulting them. Jones says... the cops said she picked up a small stack of money and threw it towards a victim who was struck in the face with a legal tender. She claimed the cash was tossed in a non-aggressive manner, adding that this is a place where money is thrown everywhere. Court records do not indicate in what capacity Jones works at Body Talk, nor how many singles were involved in the alleged crime. Battered with a stack of cash. Did he break some bones? I'm more worried about whether or not he got a frigging paper cut or something. Like, what a wuss. Right. McKelvey's friends told investigators he observed Jones take money and slap the victim with it. The club surveillance cameras recorded Jones and McKelvey exchanging words before Jones hit the man with the cash and followed up with an open hand strike. There we go. That'll... Yeah. Police arrested Jones for battery, a misdemeanor. She was released early yesterday with the county jail after posting a $500 bond and is scheduled for a March 15 arraignment. Did not have this on Florida Man Bingo. She kind of looks like the kind of woman that'd get pissy if you didn't tip, you know? Yeah, the issue was the slap. It wasn't the money. Much as they want to say it was. So. Alrighty. Where are we? Think that I had... I kind of don't want to talk about the serious stuff today. Like, I had a couple of serious topics that I was going to cover. But I think we can talk about... Oh. No, I'll save that one too. Hang on, where's the... Got that. Oh, yeah. A new company is now shipping Arctic ice from Greenland to posh drinks in Dubai. Because, you know, non-alcoholic drinks in an Arab country need ice from the Arctic. Coins in suspenders. Oh, don't even. Got my butt slapped at a strip club. Call my attorney. Patrons of the glitzy Dubai bars could be sipping beverages cooled by a cube of ancient Arctic ice carved from a Greenland iceberg and shipped to the Emirate, destined no longer to melt in the ocean, but into a very expensive drink. The startup company Arctic Ice shipped its first container of around 22 tons of Greenland ice to Dubai this year for sale to high-end bars and restaurants. Founded in 22 by two Greenlanders, Arctic Ice has an interesting and controversial business model. It scours the fjord near the country's capital of Nuuk for icebergs that have naturally detached from the ice sheet. We're looking for the clearest and thereby also oldest and purest ice, said Malik V. Rummonson, one of the co-founders. Once they spot an iceberg that they like, they haul it to a ship using a crane, cut it into smaller pieces, and pack it into insulated crates. Nice. Best way to be sick from a million-year-old bacteria. That is true. Oh, which reminds me, given that I'm recognizing some new names in chat, people, if you have not already, feel free to hit that like button, and thank you to everyone that's already double-checked whether or not they've subscribed. At this point, I'm going to make a YouTube short, like making fun of watching my subscriber counter go down as YouTube drops it, because at this point, I'm going to drop below 30,600 fairly soon. So, but if you haven't already, just double-check whether or not they've unsubbed you, so have a look. But Waterboy gives them the thumbs up. Sounds like the dumbest, snobbiest thing possible. Quite possibly. A sample of each iceberg is tested in the lab to make sure there are no microorganisms or bacteria. Oh, well, there you go. Then the ice is shipped from Greenland to Dubai, first aboard a nearly empty cargo ship returning to Europe after dropping off produce in Greenland, and then on a second ship to Dubai where it's repacked and sold. Arctic Ice claims it's offering a novel way to harness a natural resource, carving out new economic opportunities and raising awareness of the Arctic. Its critics say it's wasteful to ship a product thousands of miles on fossil fuel-powered ships when Dubai already makes its own ice. Have an article from 2006 where they had the same business model, did not work. This is how we end up with Jurassic Park. I will say this for them. If the ships are traveling from Greenland to somewhere else and they're empty, all they're doing is making use of the ships that are already going to be using the fossil fuels. So, got to be way more energy efficient than, say, simply freezing a bottle of water. All right. What's this video?
Did you know? No, you didn't know. This ice, which is more than 100,000 years old from Greenland's ice sheet, can now be bought in Dubai. This ice that has calved into the ocean from the ice sheet was just supposed to melt in the sea. But then these guys from Arctic Ice came up with this amazing idea to export the ice to Dubai still frozen.
Yes, you can now go to a bar or restaurant in Dubai and buy a drink with ice, which has never been polluted by any human being.
More than 100,000 years old.
Oh, hang on. Great success. Did you see that? There was an article about 2 weeks ago, and the new thing was the best way to save on fossil fuels. Generation Z, or they're reinventing sailing. Like, hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Is add sails. I want to see if I can find this article. Oh, I can't. It'll take me too long to find it. But basically, I think it was a little bit tongue in cheek, but it was literally cargo ships, and they had these massive sails on them, and it was just like, this is. You saw the article? Oh, good. So I'm not going insane. I'm glad to hear it. I think that was funny. Has it been polluted by animal waste?
The purest ice you will ever taste.
Are they speeding up the climate change? No, they're not. I'll make another video about that soon. Malik and I grew up together in Kakoftok, South Greenland, and I am so proud of what they're doing. Life is amazing, Dubai me. Tacos!
Few people likely spend much time considering the provenance of their ice in their Coke, cocktail, or coffee, but it's big business. Ice used to be chipped off natural sources like glaciers, but that changed with the advent of machines able to mass produce for bars and restaurants, or to manufacture the bags of cubes that lurk in people's freezers. The market for cubes, blocks, and crushed ice is worth more than $5 billion in 2022. Various attempts have been made over the past few decades to bring back natural ice commercially, but with little success. In 2015, one company tried to sell ice cubes carved from the Svartisen glacier in northern Norway, but the plan faltered amid local opposition. Robinson hopes that by targeting the right markets, he can make it work. You mean people that have more dollars than cents? Yeah, you might just get there. Congratulations. I think you found your appropriate thing. It's frozen water. Those two are running the ultimate scam. Yep. I mean, the Amish sell Amish ice and people swear it tastes better. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so we're at the hour and a half mark, so I'm going to finish off with... Man has penis bitten off and eaten by pet dog. Horror as man is found with genitals missing after neighbors investigate non-stop barking. A man suffered a horrifying ordeal in Germany this week with his pet dog about the size of a Jack Russell biting off his penis and eating it. Neighbors alerted police on Tuesday morning on account of the dog's incessant barking coming from the man's home at around 2 a.m. Upon arriving at the property, a single-family home in Herne, northwest Germany, the first responders heard pained groans coming from inside. At this point, they broke down the door to find the 66-year-old man and his dog. The police quickly realized the man's life was in danger and he was rushed to hospital. That hot dog's a little too happy in that photo, just saying. According to the German tabloid Bild, neither of the man's penis nor the instrument of the crime has been recovered from the scene so far. The victim has been unable to provide information due to his health. According to officials, the most likely hypothesis being considered is that the dog was the cause of the man's injuries. So they don't even know, but they're just putting it out there. Okay. According to officials, the most... I got that. First Police Chief Inspector Frank Limanis... the Frank and the Beans Limanis told Bill that the man was put into an artificial coma upon his arrival at the hospital. He said that Bochum police told the German tabloid, the man has been put into an artificial coma by doctors. We hope we can interview him soon. One hypothesis, of course, is that the dog, which is about the size of a Jack Russell Terrier, bit his penis off and ate it. The wound could also be caused by a bite, but it's also possibly a sex accident or a crime. Although the incident occurred on Monday night, police are going public with this sensitive case now in an appeal for witnesses. Bild reported that a murder squad had picked up the case in order to clear up the crime, which has so far been completely open. Excuse me. Should the police chief's hypothesis be correct, it would not be the first time such an incident has occurred. We put him in a coma. He doesn't know his junk's gone. In 2012, German outlets reported that a 61-year-old Austrian man was attacked by a loose dog, which bit his genitals. The man had been working on his bike when he was attacked. He was also rushed to hospital, where after an operation that lasted several hours, they were able to save his genitals. The dog and the owner were never found. Great success. There's been a couple of 24-hour Aussie streams. Admittedly, I have to rejig. Like I think the last one, the 24-hour extravaganza, I still need to actually cut down and re-upload. But yeah, no, there's plenty of those. The 24-hour streams are hilarious. I mean, look, I've been doing one roughly every 6 to 9 months, so we're probably coming up due for one. But we'll see what happens. Remember the news story a while back about the lady who cut her husband's junk off twice? Yes, the woman that, so he was asleep. She cut off his junk, threw it out the window. Cops were called. He went to hospital. They found his junk in the garden. It was surgically reattached. She snuck into his hospital room, cut it off again. I think she either flushed it the second time or it went out the hospital window the second time, and it was never found. So, yes, it was cut off twice. That one was impressive. So, alrighty. I think that was a nice one to end on. So, found in the garden, that was a mushroom. These guys need to either wash themselves or stop doing weird acts with dogs. Throw it out the window and they think a stray animal took it. Yes. Threw the junk out the window and surgically reattached. Yes. And then thrown out another window. And yeah, as Burberry said, allegedly taken by a stray animal. So at some point, there was likely a dog or a cat walking around with like someone's penis in his mouth. So, yeah, that's always interesting. Yes, I know that he cheated on her. I still don't think it justifies that necessarily. Maybe the first cutting off, not the second. Wonder if there hasn't been stubbing other women. Not that it justifies it. Well, apparently, yes, he had been in the Olympic sport, the dick toss. Why was she allowed near him again? She wasn't. She snuck in. It's crazy how far medicine went. This is true. So, all right, peeps, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you to everyone that dropped super chats and memberships. Thank you to Lee Monga Bear and Moon Sausage for dropping memberships. Nuclear Acorn becoming a new member. And Angel Australia and Stingy for using their month memberships. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Hang on, I'm just going to neck that because that was good. But as always, people, remember, you are not a piece of shit. You have value and you do contribute to society, and I thank each and every one of you for being here. I am going to start doing a little bit more in terms of theme shows and that sort of thing. I'm hoping to have some more interesting content in the next couple of weeks. But, yeah, as always, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, people, and I'll catch you all later. For those of you that are interested, later on today, there will be a Fortnite tournament that apparently is happening in America. If I'm able to, I will be competing with the boys. I'm thinking that if I can get the audio playing, I'm purely going to stream it on the Isekai channel, just to make sure that, you know, they can't drop any of the gamer words or anything. But anyway, just keep an ear out because I generally don't advertise that. So, but if you're interested, I'll be there. As always, stay healthy, wealthy, wise, people, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Peace out.
This shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm unsure whether or not these sound effects were going through because I'm sitting here going, or trying to for each of the F this shit, I'm out. So, but anyway, cheers, peeps. Oh, god damn it, I didn't even realize I got the wrong thing up. Hang on. I need to change that because otherwise I'm going to forget about it. Where are we? Aussie Overlaw'd. There we go.